I don't know if you can tell, but I have this look of pride on my face. And why wouldn't I have it? Have you ever experienced that joy, that pride that you feel when your team plays extremely well, when you expect nothing out of them and they over deliver? Not only do they over deliver, but they decimate their opponent. They decimate one of their biggest rivals. And rivals not in terms of fan rivalry, but rivals in terms of all the contests, all the battles that we've had over the years, over the past 20 years. I'm talking about Rajasthan and Chennai. Now, obviously, me being a Rajasthan fan, I'm delighted. I'm overjoyed with this performance. This performance in the very first game of the season, especially when no one expected anything from us. No one expected us to not only challenge a team like CSK, who traded in our captain, who traded in perhaps our best player, and who was also coming off the back of two match-winning knocks in the T20 World Cup semi-final and final. So the stakes were higher than ever. The value of the players on one side was higher than ever, and we had nothing expected of us. And I think that is the reason that we might just perform terrifically well this season. We might just end up in one of the top 3 spots this season. Nothing was expected from us in the inaugural season, but we over-delivered on our expectations back then. But it is not about expectations. It is not about what the people see in Rajasthan. It is about what the team is structured like. And the thing with Sangakarra, as I was talking about, is that his teams are structured in such a great way. His teams are so well structured that there is no room for inefficiency. And you can talk about the impact player rule, you can talk about the rule of all-rounders in IPL these days, but the way Sangakarra selects his team, selects his squad, and especially given the recruitment at Rajasthan, which has always been great, and especially with the recent coming in of Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, who transformed this game as well with his 15 ball 50. He made 52 from 17. I mean, this kid is just a ridiculous talent. You add that to this team that has a set of ridiculously talented batters. You have Yashasvijaiswal, you have Ruturaj, you have Riyan Parag, whose captaincy I'm not the most convinced yet about. But you can't deny that he's a great batter. And there is Shimron Hetmeyer with you. You have Donovan Ferreira. You have all your underrated, your not as well known but very capable all-rounders. Sam Curran went out, but Dalton Shanaka is in. He's a terrific player of the ball. He's a great bowler as well. And then you've got your actual set of bowlers. You've got your primary bowlers. You've got Jofra Archer. You've got Ravindra Jadeja. You've got Ravi Bishnoi. You've got Nandre Burger. You've got Kuldeep Sen as well. And you've got the new guys in. I don't understand anyone who underrated Rajasthan Royals at the beginning of the season, who underestimated us. Because at this point, looking at how balanced this squad is, we might just be going in for a surprise this season. I wouldn't be surprised personally if we make it to the final this season again. I know it's a long shot to say right now. I know it's a wild prediction to make, given that we are only one game into the season. But I just feel so sure with this team. And I don't think there would be an imbalance of the team and an uncertainty about the team's strategy, because what was happening last season was that we had a recurring problem of not finishing the games that we had already won through the midway stages of the game, and not finishing those stages and going on to lose those games at later stages of the innings. That was a recurring problem last season under Rahul Dravid. And I have nothing against Rahul Dravid. He's a great coach. It's just that he was not the right suit for Rajasthan Royals. And after all that Sangakarra had accomplished in the past few years, now that Sangakarra is back at the helm, First of all, Sangakarra is just a terrific man manager. He's a great coach of the game. He has a wonderful mindset about the game in every aspect you want to think about it. And he has proven it during his tenure with us, during his tenure with Rajasthan. He's gotten hit after hit after hit in all his decisions. If you wanted me to rate his tenure at Rajasthan, I'd give him at least an 8 out of 10. The game started off not in the most explosive of manners. CSK had 2 out of the first 4 balls or something. Then Sanju got a boundary of that flick of the bat. And then Nandre Burger got him out. And then Jofra Archer went on a flurry of wickets himself. Then Jadeja chipped in, and Ravi Bishnoi chipped in, and Brijesh Sharma chipped in. It was a wonderful sight to see up until CSK's 8th or 9th wicket had fallen. And that is when I felt like Rajasthan had slumped a little bit. Because the way the team was going, the way the performance had been up until the 6th or 7th wicket of Chennai, anyone would have expected Chennai to be bowled out before they even reached 100 on the board. But they still managed to get 128, 127 on the board thanks to Jamie Overton, who played a wonderful innings. And that is the complaint that I have with Rajasthan, because Sandeep Sharma, when he came in to bowl the last over, he bowled a shorter delivery relatively to Overton, and he got hit for a 6th. He was hammered. And that is not something that you would expect Sandy to bowl at that juncture of the game. I would want to restrict Chennai to as low of a score as possible. I would not want Chennai to score even one more run than they already have. But as Chennai's wickets continue to fall down, we started to get less and less ruthless, as we had been up until the 5th or 6th wicket of Chennai. And that is not something that you would want to see in a team that has been bowling so well since the start of the innings. You would want the ruthlessness to be present throughout of the innings. You want the ruthlessness, you want the relentless wicket taking to be present up until the very last wicket falls, and it should fall at as low of a score as possible. That is the small problem I have with this match, but not many complaints from this match. Not many complaints from anyone who played in this game. Now CSK do have a problem with the way they sent out their batters. Maybe they could change their opening pairs a little bit. Maybe Sanju might not open. Ayush Matre could open with Matt Short. I've seen Matt Short open in the BBL, and Matt Short is a great player. Ayush Matre is a great player, but CSK, the side is wonderful. They're all talented players. They've got a solid batting lineup, but they're just not bringing them out in the right order. It's not the best of structures. It's not the best of strategies that CSK is adapting to right now. And then the bowling, you wouldn't expect much from the bowling when the batting doesn't contribute anything. They already don't have much to play with, especially at a time when 220 is the new normal. That is the state of T20 cricket these days. I've already said a lot of times that cricket might just be dead because of this impact player rule, because of T20 scores going to these heights so often. 220 used to be one of the highest targets. Now near 300 targets are the new highs. The game has leveled up for batters, but it has been so unfair for the bowlers. And then Chennai goes on and makes the game unfair for bowlers in the contradictory fashion, in the opposite fashion. They score so low against a team that boasts a lineup of explosive batters, even if there's a teenager in that lineup. That is not what you would expect a top side, a side that is expected to finish in one of the top spots to play like. But that is what makes this victory even better for Rajasthan Royals. That is what makes this victory even sweeter for Rajasthan Royals. I'm just happy. I have no complaints. As a Rajasthan fan, I have no complaints. As a fan of the game, I do have a complaint with Chennai, I would have liked to see them being more careful and be more judicious in their approach towards the game. I would have liked Rajasthan to be more ruthless in their wicket taking. But that is all for the video. That is all I have. I don't have many notes right now. It's just, that is all for the video. I'll see you guys very soon. This is perhaps my first cricket video that I've put on this channel. I'll see you guys very soon. This is Arsh signing off again.